Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
Now let's practice writing. Based on that invitation, the topic that we have taken, we are going to do the discussion over the different invitation questions. Here they have given you write a formal invitations for the following situations and an acceptance or refusal for each. So three things you have to do here. So you have to do two things here. The first one, you are going to mention about the formal invitation. You have to frame the formal invitation, and then as a reply, either you are going to accept that or you are going to refuse that. So need to take care of the format of both formal invitation as well as the formal reply. Here, so let's start with the question number 1. It is given, on the occasion of the Golden Jubilee celebration of Madhuban High School, Mokong Chung write a formal invitation to the parents of the students as the principal of the school. So here they have given that as the principal of the high school, you are going to invite the parents. And what is the occasion? That is the Golden Jubilee celebration of your school. So you have to frame that invitation. So we can start like that. Here we can start the principal. You mention the principal, staff and students of the name of the school. See, center alignment you have to take care of. Clear? The principal, staff and students of the name of the school, you will mention Madhuban High School. And fonts of different size and the different style you have to use. So here I have written in the capital letters just to highlight it. Even you can underline it or you can put an double inverted comma. It's up to you the way you would like to present it. Presentation is going to be the important part of any of the invitation. Clear? Now, what is the occasion? Here you can mention the name of the place also if you would like to. Then you will start with that. Request the, here you can say request the presence of all parents here on, here you can continue, request the presence of all parents on the occasion of. So what is the occasion? That we have already seen in the question, that was a Golden Jubilee celebration. So that also you can highlight. Golden Jubilee celebration. Yeah. Now, other important detail that you have to add is going to be your day, date, timing and the venue. So you will mention at the time you can mention 10 a.m. on Tuesday, then June, this way. All the details, time, day and the date you have mentioned. And venue also you have to mention. So what you will write here, in the school ground. Clear? That is going to be your venue here. Then you can mention, if you would like to mention about the chief guest, obviously if this sort of Golden Jubilee celebration is there, so chief guest can be invited in the case of school. So we can mention here the celebration will be presided by, that should be in the center line only, the space is not there, and accordingly you have to mention that. The celebration will be, you can mention, presided over by. Then the name of the person you can mention Mr. ABC here. You can then mention Honorable Chief Education Minister. In this way, you can have to mention no need to use the abbreviation here. Here because of lack of space I have written, but you have to write on the full. Mr. ABC, Honorable Chief Education Minister, and then RSVP at the left hand side you will put, that is going to be principal or the staff member you can mention. So after that you have to enclose the box. Here that is one of the important part. Here the different fonts you have to use, you have to highlight the different occasion, you have to highlight the different things here based on the requirement. Like if you would like to highlight the date, time or the day, it's also up to you. Occasion, you have to highlight what is the main purpose of that. So these are the few things that you need to keep in mind while you are framing the invitation. So hopefully this was clear to each and everyone, the one question we have taken, and we have followed the proper format for that. Center alignment, and then from the third person you are just going to write down all these. So request the presence of all the parents on the occasion of Golden Jubilee celebration at, details are given there. Then you have also mentioned about the chief guest, at the end you have given RSVP. Now we are moving to the question number 2. As the president of Quiz Club, write to a celebrity quiz master formally inviting him or her to the chief guest, inviting him or her to be the chief guest at the award ceremony of an inter-school quiz tournament hosted by your school. So in this question, what you have to do, that you are the president of the quiz club, clear, and you are going to invite one of the person, that is the celebrity, that is quiz master. Formally you have to invite him or her to be the chief guest for the occasion of your school. Here it is going to be in the letter form, because individual person you are going to invite, so in the letter form you can invite, and that should be the formal one, because the language, because you are inviting someone formally, so you have to take care of the language, that what kind of language you are going to use here. Clear? So for this question number 2, we can start like this. In the letter form we are writing, address will be given in the beginning, address must be there. Then you have to mention the date format you know very well. If it is like 6 May 2020, in this way it will be written here. Then subject you have to mention, that what is the subject of your invitation, why you would like to invite. So you will mention here invitation to be the chief guest. That is going to be your subject. Then after that you will mention, dear Mr. A or Mr. whatever the name you would like to mention, you can mention here. Then you are going to start with the body or the content of this invitation. So here you can start like that, it would give great pleasure to the members of the name of that organization that is given in the question. You have to mention members of quiz club to have you as the chief guest, Then again you have to refer your question here, chief guest on the occasion of the awarding of inter-school quiz tournament. Clear? The thing for which you are going to invite, that you have to refer your question itself, from there you are going to get that idea. Tournament to be held at, then the school name you can mention. If it is given in the question, you have to refer from there. If it is not given in the question, then you have to mention any of the school name from your side, like ABC school or ABC high school you can mention. On date you will mention, like you can say here 7th June 2021 at 10 a.m. and then you will mention that it is going to be 2-hour program, or if any other detail you would like to mention over there. At the end, the complimentary close, what you are going to do here, that we hope you will be able to honor the occasion by taking out some time from your busy schedule. So this is the line that you have to learn. When you are inviting someone or the famous personalities as the chief guest, you have to mention this closing line, that we hope you will be able to honor the occasion by taking out some time from your busy schedule. Yeah. Then kindly confirm your availability. That is also very important. The last line, kindly confirm your availability. Kindly confirm your availability. The reason being because you are asking whether you will be able to or not. So you can add on this line, kindly confirm your availability. Clear? Then what is left? The another most important part of that is your box. You have to enclose it in box, and please remember that box you have to draw with the help of pencil and scale. Never draw it with your rough hand. Pencil and scale you have to use whenever you are going to write the invitation, or even in the notice writing also it was suggested that pencil and scale always you have to use. Clear? The next one we are taking here, write a formal invitation to all your relatives and friends, inviting them to dinner party on the occasion of your grandfather's 90th birthday. So here formal invitation you have to write down. This time it is going to be in the card form. Previous formal invitation, because it was given to a single individual, so that's why we have taken in the letter form. Here it is going to be written to your all relatives and friends. So that is going to be in the card form, and we have to follow the same format that we have taken for question number 1, where you have to write down the name of the host and the hostess and the occasion you will be there. You have to highlight the different things over there, that it is going to be the 90th birthday of your grandfather. Then you will mention the date, day, timing and all the things. What is going to be the venue at your residence or somewhere else you have planned, all the things will be mentioned. And then RSVP. In that RSVP, either you can mention the name of your family members or the contact number can be given. You have to keep in mind all the points, so that format you have to keep in mind while you are writing this in card form. What should be the format? Center alignment must be there. Clear that you have to take your different font style or different font size you have to use to highlight the important things or the important events there. Clear? So all these were related to your formal invitation. We have discussed the formal invitation was divided into 2 parts, card form as well as the letter. Card form and the letter base. Here both you should be aware of, both practice you have to do. Beside that, the formal reply and the invitation also we have discussed that what are going to be the different, we have discussed that what are going to be the format of these formal reply, whether you are going to accept or you are going to refuse. In both the cases, you have to follow the particular format for the same. Now let's move to the next part of this invitation. Here, the another part of this invitation we are taking, that is related to informal invitation or replying to them. The informal invitation, how you are going to write it and what is going to be the reply of such kind of invitation. Remember that the format is that of a personal letter. Whenever we are writing this informal invitation, that is going to be always in the form of personal letter that you are writing to someone. The matter is short and to the point. Here we have to take care of the matter. We don't have to include too much or too many things in that. It should be very concise one. In the very brief, you have to mention the details. Clear? One most important thing related to this formal invitation, either it is going to be the one most important thing related to invitation, whether it is going to be the formal one or informal one. The word limit you have to take care, it should not exceed more than 50 words. Clear? That is one of the important part of this invitation. That's why we have mentioned that the matter should be short and to the point. Simply you have to mention the occasion, when it is going to be held or when it is going to be occurred, you have to mention about that with all the details. Nothing extra, nothing much you have to mention. Just look at the sample of the informal invitation now. Sample of an informal invitation we can see here. The address is given here. Then it is given the date they have mentioned. Then the salutation. And after that the details. The body or the content of this informal invitation. I have arranged a dinner party at my residence, Crystal Villa, Kohima at 7 p.m. on Saturday, 12 January 2019 to celebrate my birthday. All my friends will be there. Please come on time. Your friend, Vikesli. So here this is going to be the format in the letter form. The personal letter you are writing to someone. Clear? Although the formal letter also, although the formal invitation in the letter form we have seen while we were inviting an individual to be the chief guest. So what was the format of that? It is going to be the same, only the language we have to take care. While you are inviting someone formally, the language will be different. But if you are writing an invitation, that is going to be the informal one, the language can be a little bit different because it is this one you are writing to your known person, to your friends or relatives. Clear? So hopefully the format is clear, and the box, the another important thing of that box is also to be there. Now we are going to take the exercise based on this informal invitation. Here write informal invitation for the following situation. Different situations they have given to you, and based on that we have to start with writing this informal invitation here. The first one we can see that you are Maria. Write an informal invitation to your closest friends, inviting them to lunch to celebrate the end of HSSLC examination. So here the occasion is given that for what purpose you have to write this invitation to your friends. All the other details related to, if we talk about day, date, timings and the venue, you have to enter on your own. Clear? So how we are going to write it? As we know that it is an informal invitation. So it is going to be in the form of letter, the personal letter, but the word limit we have to take care, it should not exceed more than 50 words. Only the important details will be written here. So let's start with that. Here what we can do, we have to mention the address in the beginning, then we have to give the date, subject also. After date, what we are going to do? The salutation here, because you are writing it to your all the closest friends. So no need to mention the name of the single friend here. Dear friends, you can simply mention here. So that can be dear friends. Clear? Now you will start with the content of this invitation, where you have to mention that I have arranged a lunch at my residence, Then you will mention about the address of your residence if you would like to here. Mary Cottage, Kohima, that you can mention. After that, the details related to day, date and the timing you have to add on here. So you can mention when it is going to be at, as you are inviting them for lunch. So accordingly you have to select the time at 2 p.m. on Wednesday, and then date you will mention like 3rd June 2020. This way you will mention. After that you are going to mention that what is the occasion of that, why, and that reference you are going to get from your questions given. in that it is already clearly mentioned for which particular occasion you are going to invite your friends, that is to celebrate the end of HSSLC examination. Only the relevant or the significant details you have included here, that you are inviting them at what particular time and on which particular day and date, and then you have mentioned about the occasion also. Finally you will mention your friend, and then you have to refer, if the name is given, because in this question the name was given Maria, so that the same name you are going to mention here. If it is not given to any of, you can mention like ABC or XYZ, like that, or any other name you can use there. The most important part, now you are going to enclose it in the box. Clear? So that was the question that we have attempted based on your informal invitation. Now we are going to look for the question number 2. Here in the question number 2, they have asked you, write an informal letter replying to an invitation to a tea organized by a friend to celebrate the 10th wedding anniversary of his or her brother. In the previous one, we invited someone. Clear? Informally we invited. And now in the second one, what they have asked us? They have asked us to reply. We have to give the reply. And here we are going to mention that reply will be either you would like to accept or refuse. It's totally up to you. Nothing is mentioned. Sometime it is given in the question that you are going to accept that or you are going to refuse that. So in this question, it's your choice whether you are going to accept it or not. Clear? For example, if you are taking for acceptance, so you will simply mention, firstly what you have to mention, that you are thankful for that invitation, that you have been invited for the 10th wedding anniversary of whatever the name you would like to mention of your friend for his or her brother. Then you will mention that it will be a great pleasure for me to be the part of this event. Surely I will join you on time. Clear? So this thing you have to mention, and this is going to be a reply for writing an informal invitation. So format you have to take care while you are writing in the letter form. There is no need to use the different sort of fonts or other font size. But in the formal you have to take care of that. In the card form, when you are writing this, you have to follow the different format of the, you have to follow the different font and the different styles of your writing.